Here is the third video in the series for food truck business beginners. There can be a multitude of permits, licenses and insurances to get before you even open a food truck. So we will dive into the handful of permits you will need and why they are so important. But before we do, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell notifications so you won't miss our daily video uploads. So let's get started. Number 1. County and city food truck license and permits you may need. Each state and city will have its own permit and license that are necessary for food truck owners to obtain before they can commence their operations. Large, more highly populated cities typically have a clear list available of the type of permits needed for food truck operators in their specific county or city. Some areas may be smaller in size or population, so you may find the information harder to obtain as to what specifically is needed. Here are a handful of food truck permit and licenses you may encounter in order to start a food truck. 1. Food truck seller permit. A food truck seller's permit is usually required in most all states to allow food service business owners to buy ingredients and many of the supplies at a wholesale price without having to pay sales tax. The tax is normally collected when the food is sold to a customer so that the item is not taxed twice. Check each of the local state government websites to learn if a seller permit would be needed in your state and how to get one. Number 2. Fire department certificate. Yes, believe it or not, the fire department also inspects the food truck for fire hazards. In some cities and counties, you'll need to get your food truck inspected by the health department and the fire department to ensure the food truck is properly set up in case a fire were to happen. In most cases, this will usually happen and is only necessary if you have cooking equipment, ranges, stoves, ovens, and gas lines which could cause fire on your truck. If refrigerated items are all you will be selling on your food truck, you most likely will not need a fire department to inspect your food truck, but it is best to check with your local rules and regulations just to be sure. Most of the inspections from a fire department will want to check your cooking equipment for proper installation, including the installation is properly done and functioning of the items, your electrical, and to ensure that there is a fire suppression system in your vehicle in case a fire breaks out it can be contained fast. Number 3. Parking and the permits. The local county clerk will be your contact when you need info about parking permits. There may be a need for parking permits in the areas where you want to sell your food. Certain areas of the county and/or city may be off-limit to food truck businesses entirely, or may be time and date restrictions. Some cities may have a designated date for a food truck to operate in order to reduce congestion and the build-up of trucks on the street. Once you have a parking permit, it will indicate where and when, the time of day, you can park your truck during business hours. It will also tell you if you are allowed to leave your truck on the street overnight or if it must be stored in a garage when you're not open for business. Number 4. Sign a commissary letter agreement. Your city and/or county may also require that your food truck should store your supplies and do any food prep needed for the food truck day to be done in a commissary kitchen you rent before starting out for the day in your food truck. If this would or does apply to your food truck business, you might also need to have a commissary letter of agreement, which is assigned, by you and them, in a binding contract between your food truck and the commissary owner, allowing you access to their facility and the type of services you're permitted to use on location. The commissary normally would offer your food truck business with a cooking space and access to water, trash disposal services, and food storage area, as well as other agreed upon terms. Finally, you need to sign a standard operating procedures document. Some cities also require that as a food truck business owner you need to provide them with a document known as a standard operating procedures document before selling food to the public. This type of document should show the process you, the food truck owner, and your employees take due to the daily operations of your food truck business. This document lists a clear step-by-step process detailing how each food item is made, how your equipment is cleaned and sanitized, and how your food truck business should be secured up for the night. Many food truck business owners save a copy for their training handbook that each employee sees and must abide by. This ensures that the food and cleanliness of the food truck business is consistent. You may need a special event permit. Since you may need a special event permit, also known as a vendor's permit, this is a temporary permit that will allow your food truck business to sell food items at a particular event's location during the duration of a special event. This could include weddings, sports events, festival events, and concerts, which will have an event coordinator who can contact you about the permit that may be needed to sell food on the private property and how long those permits will be valid for. If you may be working with a caterer for a wedding with your food truck business, you'll want to ask the venue coordinator what permit they'll need from you to do so.
Thanks for watching Marketing Food Online. And if you are looking to create your own food truck, start a home-based food business under the cottage food law, franchise a food operation, start a packaged food business, private label your own food product, sell on Amazon, get your own online store, or sell food online, remember to subscribe and check out these videos for more resources. Take care.